Welcome to the Okta release highlights. We will go over new generally available features and early access new features. Let's get started. Generally available features. The Sign-in widget version 7.50 update includes 4 bug fixes and now supports Remember Me when using Okta Verify. Okta AD Agent version 3.14.0 contains security enhancements, bug fixes, and migration of the Windows installer from Internet Explorer to Edge. The installer will show a warning if the service's account isn't a member of pre-Windows 2000 compatible access. The installer also now requires Edge WebView 2. WebView 2 is downloaded automatically during the agent installation if your machine is connected to the internet. If not, you must manually install it before installing the new agent version. Schedule your Okta Identity Engine upgrade directly from the admin dashboard. Okta Identity Engine provides a powerful and more customizable identity experience. Self-service functionality for Okta Identity Engine is being rolled out only to eligible Okta orgs at this time. The upgrade widget will be displayed in the Okta Admin Console dashboard when the org is eligible for upgrade, providing a quick and easy way to schedule an upgrade of your Okta org to Okta Identity Engine. The upgrade is free, automatic, and has zero downtime. New custom authenticator for push notifications. Before now, Okta Verify was the only solution for using push notifications and biometrics as part of your Okta user verification strategy. Now, we have the Devices SDK, which lets you embed push notifications and biometric verification inside your organization's mobile apps. Your users are presented with a push and biometric experience within your organization's apps with your organization's branding on it. They never have to leave your app, and they don't need to download a third-party app, such as Okta Verify, to complete their verification. Transactional verification with client-initiated back-channel authentication. Organizations are constantly looking for ways to offer a frictionless user experience without compromising security. It becomes even more challenging when the users try to perform sensitive transactions. Okta uses client-initiated back-channel authentication to provide customers with a simple and secure transaction verification solution. CIBA extends OIDC to define a decoupled flow where the authentication or transaction flow is initiated on one device and verified on another. The device in which the transaction is initiated by the OIDC application is called the consumption device, and the device where the user verifies the transaction is called the authentication device. OAuth 2.0 authentication for inline hooks. Okta inline hook calls to third-party external web services previously provided only header-based authentication for security. Although sent with SSL, the header or custom header authentication didn't meet more stringent security requirements for various clients and industries. To improve the security of inline hooks, Okta now supports authentication with OAuth 2.0 access tokens. Tokens ensure secure calls to external web services. When creating inline hooks in the admin console, or by API, administrators or developers can now select OAuth 2.0 authentication and choose between 2 methods of OAuth 2.0, client secret or private key. A new key management API and admin console page is also available to create public, private key pairs for use with OAuth 2.0 inline hooks. Using the OAuth 2.0 framework provides better security than basic authentication, and is less work than setting up an IP allow listing solution. Clients also have the ability to use access tokens minted by their own custom authorization servers to guarantee that Okta is calling their client web services and it isn't triggered by any external actors. API service integrations. Using a more secure OAuth 2.0 connection than access tokens, this integration type uses the core Okta API to access or modify resources like system logs, apps, sessions, and policies. OIN Manager support for workflow connector submission. Okta Workflows is a no-code, if this then that logic builder that Okta orgs can use to automate custom or complex employee onboarding and offboarding flows in your application. You can now publish workflow connectors that you create with the Workflows Connector Builder in the Okta Integration Network catalog. Publishing a Workflows connector with Okta allows your customers to deeply integrate your product with all other connectors in the catalog. Submit your workflow connector by using the OIN Manager. Configurable rate limits available for OAuth 2.0 apps. Rate limit violations mainly occur on authenticated endpoints. Currently, it isn't clear which OAuth 2.0 authenticated app consumes all the rate limits for an org. This increases the risk that one app consumes the entire rate limit bucket. To avoid this possibility, Okta admins can now configure how much rate limit capacity an individual OAuth 2.0 app can consume by editing the Application Rate Limits tab for each app. By setting a capacity on individual OAuth 2.0 apps, Okta admins have a new tool to monitor and investigate rate limit violations, and have the ability to view rate limit traffic generated by individual OAuth 2.0 apps. Authentication Policy Rule Enhancement. When admins select the Any One Factor type option in an authentication policy, the possession factor constraints or section isn't shown. This helps guide admins in making configuration choices that achieve the desired level and type of assurance. There is also a new advanced mode view that shows the JSON code of the authentication policy rule. It appears when admins edit a rule that was created before this feature was enabled, when their org has any authentication policy rules in which the Any One Factor type option was selected, and when possession factor constraints were configured. This provides admins with a summary of the options that were selected before this feature was activated. Support added for DPoP with service apps. Okta now supports demonstrating proof of possession for service apps. However, service apps can provide the same level of security by using private key JWT for client authentication. Multiple IDP profiles in Google Workspace. The Google Workspace integration now supports multiple IDP profiles. Okta FastPass enhancements. Okta FastPass silently collects device signals in every authentication attempt. Let's wrap up with a look at early access features now available. Demonstrating proof of possession. OAuth 2.0 Demonstrating proof of possession is a security feature that adds an extra layer of protection to OAuth 2.0 access tokens. It enables the client to demonstrate that it possesses a particular key or secret associated with the access token. OAuth 2.0 DPoP can help prevent certain attacks, such as token theft or token replay attacks, where an attacker intercepts a legitimate access token and uses it to gain unauthorized access to a protected resource. Redesigned resource set pages. The Create New Resource Set and Edit Resource Set pages that are displayed when an admin creates or edits a resource set now provides a simpler, more intuitive user experience. Third-generation sign-in widget. The third-generation sign-in widget is more accessible and uses modern frameworks that provide a better end-user and developer experience. Okta built the experience from the ground up for Identity Engine, which allows for better velocity, customization, accessibility, and globalization. Okta LDAP Agent Automatic Update Support. Admins can now initiate or schedule automatic updates to Okta LDAP agents from the admin console. With Agent Auto Update functionality, admins no longer need to manually uninstall and then reinstall Okta LDAP agents when a new agent version is released. Agent Auto Updates keep your agents up to date and compliant with the Okta support policy, and help ensure your org has the latest Okta features and functionality. Single or multiple agents can be updated on demand, or updates can be scheduled to occur outside of business hours to reduce downtime and disruption to users. Import users to Office 365 using Microsoft Graph API. This feature allows Okta to process imports using the Microsoft Graph API. This background process doesn't change existing procedures and makes imports more scalable, supporting Microsoft 365 tenants with larger numbers of users, groups, and group memberships. Thanks for viewing the Okta release highlights. For additional details, please visit the Okta release notes and product notes links, which can be found in the video description.